Hello, Year 12. Today we're going to be finishing off our simultaneous equation units by looking at something called break-even analysis. What this is going to be exactly the same as what we've been doing before with simultaneous equations, but this is a very practical scenario, specifically related to businesses. We are going to be looking at the break-even point where income is equal to costs, and what happens after we reach that point, which is profit, when costs are now less than income. We're going to have two equations like these two here that we're going to be able to plot, and the intersection where income equals costs will be our break-even point. We'll do a couple of examples and I think this will become a bit clearer. This is an example here where all we're doing is interpreting a graph that's already drawn for us. We've got this case where Grace is buying and selling wallets. The income she receives is $30 for every wallet she sells. Her costs associated with producing the wallets are $20 per wallet plus a flat cost of $30. So these two lines have been plotted for us here. This one is I equals 30x, and the red one here is C equals 20x plus 30. Now we're going to use the graph to determine the number of wallets Grace needs to sell to break even. Now, as I mentioned before, the break even point is where the two lines intersect. And in this case, it looks like she needs to sell 3 wallets to reach a break even point. Now, what happens when 4 wallets are sold? Does she make profit or does she make loss? Well, 4 wallets is more than she needs to break even, so she's probably going to be making a profit. And to calculate this, we're going to use this formula up here. Profit is going to equal income, which at 4 wallets here, let me use my straight line. At 4 wallets, it looks like income is $120. And it looks like costs are about $110. $110. So that means her profit of 4 wallets is $10. Now we can also have questions where we need to draw the graph for ourselves. So here we have a firm selling a product for $20 per unit, and the cost is given by this formula. It seems like this question isn't giving us a formula for the income, but actually it's just giving to us in words. A firm sells its product for $20 per unit. That means the income they get for each unit is $20, and the income they get for multiple units is 20 times the number of units. And then we're also going to have C equals 4x plus 48, sorry, not 40. So I've already drawn up some axes, now we just need to label them. Number of units goes on the bottom. And up the vertical axis we have dollars. Now we'll start off with the income line. We have no plus b here, so we have a y-intercept of 0. And then our m is 20, so that means every time we go across 1, we go up 20. and then across 1 and up 20. And then we can connect our points. It's meant to be a straight line. We can connect our points with a line like that. Now we'll draw this line. This time we do have a y-intercept at 48. This time our gradient is only 4, so every time we go across, we're only going up by 4. Across 1, up by 4. Across 1, up by 4. And then we join up this line and it seems like our lines are intersecting at 3 units. So the break-even point which is what we're being asked for here. The value of X for which the cost of production of X units is equal to the income or revenue received for selling X units, which is the break-even point. And we're not going to worry about checking our answer algebraically. Okay, so now what I want you guys to do is go to exercise 5E on page 152, and we're going to start working on the questions from question 1. Thanks, guys.